For today's meter demonstration, we're going to examine free Ferranti patent alternating current meters made by Ferranti Limited of Hollingwood, Lancashire, England in about 1903. These free meters are actually identically the same internally. However, the only real difference is in the mode of connection. The meter on the left is a bottom connected, and it's rated at 10 amps and 110 volts, as they all are in this demonstration. And according to the nameplate, 40 revolutions per minute equals 1100 watts of consumption. So that is the bottom connected version, and in the middle we have a top side connected version. Again, 40 revs. Even though the name tag is missing off of this, it will again be a 40 revolution per minute will equal 1100 watts. Both meters are 60 cycle. Now, I've taken and loosened the cover screws on the middle meter, the top connected, and I'm going to take the cover off so that we can see the internal workings of this particular meters from 1903. 111 years old is a fairly good span for a meter. Of course, these have never been used for many years, but here we have the cover removed. I'm just going to prop a screwdriver under the bottom to keep the meter from tipping over, because they don't have that one screwed to the board. These meters are all wired in series and connected to a 1300 watt incandescent lamp load behind me. And in here you can see these are the current coils. Ordinarily, you only find two pole faces wound, but this particular one has 4 wound. Inside the bottom will be the motor or potential winding, and it's hard to see, but there is a permanent magnet in underneath that is the braking magnet for the meter. Now, that, as I say, was our top side connected meter. Now we move over to the far right, and again we have essentially the same meter, but as you can see at the top, the connections are from the top. Now, I believe there is one more meter in this series that would have the connections coming in from the top rear. Westinghouse had their round type meter had the connections coming in from the rear, and these Ferrantis are about the same time period approximately as the Westinghouse round type. Round type came out just in answer to Ludwig Guttmann's induction watt hour meter. They had the round type that came out. But however, back to the Ferranti, this particular meter is rated at 10 amps, 110 volts, but it's a 25 cycle model rather than the other two were 60 cycle. Now, this particular meter I obtained from out near Niagara Falls, Ontario, and of course Niagara Niagara Mohawk was 25 cycle, and you can see inside the window here, you can probably notice the disc spinning, and if you examine the ever disc, you will find that they're all turning at exactly the same speed. So anyway, this first meter that's bottom connected, I obtained here in the province of New Brunswick, and the paper tag attached to it, and I don't know if you can read it in the video. I will try and get as close to it as possible. Says it's a Ferranti AC Watt Hour Meter of 1903, and it states that it survived the Campbellton fire of 1912. Well, Campbellton referred to in here was Campbellton, New Brunswick in Canada. So anyway, the fire was in 1912. We're in 2014, so it's been 102 years since this meter was rescued from a fire. So it was in service for quite a few years before being removed. Anyway, that's about all I can say about these particular Ferranti meters. There is no model or type number that I can find on them anywhere. The only difference is on the bottom connected meters, the line connections come in on the left hand side, and the load connections come out from the right. Now on the top connected meter, instead of the connections going in the left hand side, they actually go in the right, and the load comes off the left. Same situation for the top connected meter. Matter of fact, you may even be able to distinguish, if I move the camera up a little bit, you may be able to distinguish the wording on there that says load on the left and line on the right. So anyway, that's a comparison of three Ferranti meters of 1903 vintage. And thank you very much for your interest in these videos.